Hey guys, it's ZD here, and I am super excited to be going over something today that I'm going to give you the 3 things that I've seen from working with so many different people over the years on what really stops them from manifesting the things that they want in their life, whether it's having more money, creating more freedom, attracting the relationship of their dreams. And I can tell you, it's very, very simple. But most people, don't do these things. I'm telling you, I talk to people every day and they're just literally not doing these things. They're focusing on what's the strategy? How do I do it? Just tell me the physical thing that I need to do. But the physical thing that you need to do is the easy part. 20% is the mechanics, which is the strategies, and 80% is the psychology and the inner game. And most people are going against the inner game. Where if you really realize everything in life, you want to become successful in anything, it requires you to have an unstoppable inner game. So the first thing that people do wrong is they don't live like they've already got what they're trying to manifest. Now, what does that specifically mean? Well, the first thing I'd realize is everything that we want is a feeling. Think about it. If you want a relationship, what do you believe it's going to give you? You feel like it's probably going to give me, love. I'm going to feel connection. Those things are feelings. I'm going to feel freedom. These are the things that you're going to feel inside a relationship. What about money? I want money because then I can do whatever I want. Yeah, but what are you going to get if you get do anything? Oh, no, I have a sense of freedom. It's a sense of freedom. And a sense of freedom, a sense is a feeling. I want to have security. Well, security is a feeling. So what I'm trying to say here is the first thing we've got to understand is what do we want and what do we believe it's going to give us as a feeling? And then we need to start feeling that right now. Can you feel right now secure even though the physical world might be showing you that right now? Of course you can. Because if I get you to breathe into your heart and you start feeling safe in your heart and you start breathing and connecting your brain and heart together, you'll start feeling connected. I know it. And what I mean by living like it's already happened, if you would already have the things that you're chasing out there in the physical world, the money, the recurring income, the success, whatever you're looking for, wouldn't you love life? Wouldn't you start enjoying your life? Wouldn't you start feeling happiness and peace and laughter? Well, of course you would. So what I always recommend for people is to start feeling that right now. Train your nervous system to say, I am in abundance right now. Even if your bank account isn't showing it, I can tell you that bank account will follow your internal bank account. If your internal bank account is in abundance, the physical world will follow that. The mirror that you see right now is your previous thinking, which is your life, the thing that you see. If you want to change that mirror, change your life, you need to change it first within here. Because the inner game is the creator of the mirror. So if I start living like it's already happened, I start training myself to love life, and I'm just like, I love life, I enjoy life. I'm literally going for a walk in the middle of the day because that's what I would do if I was super successful. Then do it. If I was super successful, I would start cheering and jumping up and down. Then do it. If you start understanding the rule set to this game, and we can start being it right now, and you understand the rule set and the law of the game, then all of a sudden over time, you'll start attracting what you're feeling. If you start feeling abundant in joy and happiness, you'll start attracting all those things as well. Most people don't do this. They might do a meditation once a week or once a day, and then they're like, oh yeah, I feel good in the meditation, but when I come back to my physical reality, I'm not really where I want to be. And then this is where they freaking stay. They literally stay in this freaking space compared to changing it and holding it there. As soon as I open up my eyes, I'm literally in the experience. I'm living like it's already happened. I look at my bank account and I'm not even dictated by that. I'm seeing what it could be and I'm living in that reality. I always say to people as a joke, be delusional. If you're holding the frame, be delusional in your delusional world, and I can promise you, if you're taking the right actions, your whole bank account will start changing. There's nothing more powerful than living like it's already happened. And we have that ability right now. I dare you right now to breathe into your heart. Do you know what they've measured in science right now? If you breathe and you get your brain and heart into coherence, which takes about 2 to 5 minutes, and you're breathing into your heart, you're feeling gratitude, compassion, happiness, care, all those different feelings. Well, because you're feeling so connected, and when you're in a higher frequency, you're connected to everything in the physical world. The money, the cars, the houses, clients, whatever it is you're wanting. Relationship, you're connected to everything in the physical world. But when you're in a low frequency, you're disconnected from it, so it's way over there. So you feel so disconnected from it. But what they've realized is when you connect into your heart and you feel like you've already got it, because you're connected to everything in the physical world, you don't need to chase it anymore because you already have it. You're already feeling the feelings. And because you're living like that, the more you live into this thing right here, the more you don't need the things in the physical world. And because you don't need them, you get them. So start playing the rule set that works. That's the biggest mistake. So what I would start doing as an action step is literally every day train yourself. And like I say to myself every day, today I am going to beat my mind. I'm choosing higher frequency over lower frequency. That's what I say to myself every single time when I wake up. I force myself to smile when I get up out of bed. I open up my eyes and I'm like, okay, I'm awake, smile, and then I say, I'm winning today. I'm winning. I choose higher frequency today, not lower. That's number one. Number two, most people don't celebrate every outcome. They don't celebrate every outcome. I'm saying to you right now, imagine if you celebrated every outcome, especially the negative. You know, think about it. If I start setting an intention on getting 10 more clients into my business, and let's just say I set that as an intention, I meditate on it, and I start taking action towards it, is everything gonna go my way straight away? Yes or no? No. Things are not going to go my way. You know, all of a sudden you might be visualizing having clients and then a few of your clients drop out and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And you start reacting to that. What you've got to do is when you start raising to a higher frequency, you may lose clients. Why? Because all of a sudden you're on a higher frequency, you don't connect and elevate with these people down here. So all of a sudden they'll naturally drop off. So as you go up to a higher frequency, those things might happen. So you need to learn to celebrate. You can't control the physical world. I know you can't. You can influence it and influence probability, but you can't control it. You can't control a relationship. You can't control a client staying. You can't control any of those things. But what you can do is control your reaction. You know, I can't go outside right now and say, hey, stop being windy. Life doesn't care. And life isn't going to care. You know, life's going to do whatever it's going to do. It's going to stay windy. It's going to rain. But if I understand that I can't control the wind, but I can control how I feel and respond to the wind, that gives me the upper hand, doesn't it? So all of a sudden, I'll start reacting from a high level place. I'll start happily enjoying it and be like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate this. If you have a launch and it's a failure, celebrate the launch because you're one step closer to getting the success. The more you can control your emotions, the more you're going to be in abundance. Think about it. If your launch fails and we attract what we are feeling right now, all of a sudden when the launch fails, I'm like, I feel like a failure. And then all of a sudden, you're shutting all the opportunities that were about to come. I truly believe, and I can look back on my life right now, hand on heart, and say this. Any single time something didn't go my way in life and I celebrated, another door instantly opens within an hour to 5 hours. I'm telling you. You know, if you go on a date and then the date doesn't go to plan, you celebrate. I know there's another opportunity coming. If you stay in that abundance, if you stay in that power, I know what's going to happen for you. So celebrate. Like, look at all the ways right now that you could celebrate. Or even the last week, have I celebrated every single outcome? If the answer is no, start celebrating and start playing the game from that level. And number 3, let go of doubt. Most people struggle with this, and I'm telling you, they'll live like it's already happened, but then the biggest issue with that is their unconscious mind saying it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And because that doubt comes in, of course it's not going to happen. You know, if you're feeling doubt, it's a low emotion. It's a low vibration. Why? Because it's connected to fear. Doubt and fear are connected. You know, but if you let go of fear and you just trust it and you replace it fear with trust. Trust is a high frequency on the map of consciousness. Fear is a low frequency. And when you're in a low frequency, of course it's going to feel hard. Of course you're going to have doubts. Of course you're going to worry about what if it's not going to happen. But worrying is praying for what you don't want. But what if you could start changing it and really coming from the frame of trust? You know, think about it right now. When a woman's pregnant, she trusts and she lets go. She doesn't force things, and all of a sudden, within 9 months, a beautiful baby comes out. She lets go. How can you understand that? It just happens. It just happens in the body perfectly. The metaphysical world connects it together perfectly. Just like a manifestation process of building your business, attracting a relationship, having something in the physical world. It's a beautiful process, and you've got to stop controlling it. You know, when you try to control it because you're worried and you want that control, all of a sudden it's like grabbing water. The water disappears because I'm trying to grab it. But if I understand that there are certain laws to this universe, and I understand that there's a higher power looking over all of this, whatever you believe spiritually, but there's certain laws to this universe. You can't, law of gravity, I jump off a building, I'm going to hit the ground, law of attraction, vibration, everything is energy, and whatever you feel right now, you attract. Whatever you're experiencing right now, you attract. So if you understand there's certain rules and laws, then you can play by them. You don't need to worry. You can literally just stay in these good vibrational states and trust, and the doubt will start diminishing. You've got to train yourself around this. Remember, your subconscious mind wants you to keep living the same reality. You know, you have 70,000 thoughts every day. That means yesterday's day was the same as today, and tomorrow's day is going to be the same as today too. Why? Because you're governed by your thoughts. 70,000 thoughts. 96% of the time we're sleeping, awake, or unconscious. So if we want to change those programs, we've got to change us. We've got to change the programming system inside of us. That means meditating, living like it's already happened, and then your body will be against you. You might even feel tired after you start doing these 3 principles, for a period of time. Doubt might start kicking in. Why? Because you bathed yourselves for years and years in doubt. So me saying don't feel doubt anymore, you're like, oh my God, how do I do that? It's challenging. So when I say let go of doubt, you've got to train yourself to let go of doubt. You can't say, I'm letting go of doubt today. Sorry, your subconscious mind controls your life. You can't just say, hey, I'm not thinking those 70,000 thoughts. It doesn't work that way. You've got to really change your behaviors, your thoughts, the actions that you take. Sometimes if you get up out of bed a certain way, get out of bed another way. It's going to change your brain. The different connections, synaptic connections, new synaptic connections will be formed in the brain when you do things differently. If you use your right hand to open a door, use your left hand to open the door. When you clean your teeth with your right hand, change it and do it with your left hand. It's going to use more brain power, and that synaptic connection will start forming. It's the same process of you right now living like it's already happened. It's going to feel weird at the start. And if you're not having doubt, it's going to feel weird. You celebrating is going to feel weird when you haven't achieved, when you feel like you haven't got anything. But the more you train yourself, the more comfortable you get. Think about it. Because I'm a right-handed person, that if I started cleaning my teeth left-handed, is it going to feel weird for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Of course. But what happens over time? Then all of a sudden it starts getting normalized. It starts getting conditioned into the system. What if right now abundance was your left hand? And all of a sudden scarcity was your right, and you're so used to using your right hand every day unconsciously because it's the easy thing to do. It's the easy thing to do, you understand? This is why people are broke, because it's the easy thing to do. Staying broke is easy, but if you do it the opposite way and you're being conscious, even though you don't want to do it because, am I getting it right? You keep doing it over and over again. You can train the left hand to be in abundance as a metaphor. Guys, I've worked with this. I've studied this for over 10 years, and I can tell you these are 3 secrets. Now, I have 7 secrets that I help people with. If you want to know more information about the other 4, please let me know. I have a webinar coming up, and I'm promising you this will be absolutely life-changing, going over the 7 principles on how to attract whatever it is you want. But I'm giving you 3 right now in a basic form. And even if you just do this and you have these 3 principles, I can tell you, you'll absolutely love this and everything will transform. But guys, if you're wanting something more, reach out to me, join on my webinar, do something with me, and I can promise you your whole entire business will change. These are the things that aren't spoken about. Most people are speaking about, doing sales, doing marketing, doing this, but the reality is if you're not doing even those 3 simple principles that I just gave you, it's going to be very, very hard. And the reason I say this is because I just know the game and I understand it. What I've created in my life has been literally mind-blowing. It's because I live by these principles so intensely. And I know if you do as well, you'll get absolutely incredible results. So guys, this is my message to you. If you have any questions, please subscribe to my channel, subscribe, comment below. And guys, have an incredible day, and I'll talk to you all very soon.